Right, with us we have Dr. Veii, the Director of Sport in the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Now, Dr. Veii, we just had a press conference where you announced the National Sport Conference that will come up at the end of April. Can you just give us a short background on what can we expect there?
Oh, thank you very much for the question. But as you have noticed, I think Mr. Deulipula really delineated what the topics are going to be at the sports conference. So based on those topics and given where we are coming with sports in Namibia, so we are hoping that we are going to come up with really new recommendations, which is really going to assist the development of sports in Namibia and also for Namibia to become more competitive internationally as we are sending our athletes to compete in different sports disciplines, regionally, continentally and internationally as well.
Right, it was interesting in your keynote address there that you mentioned a lot of countries, the private sector is really actively involved, while in Namibia it's not really so much the case. Also mentioning possibly tax rebates and so on. Just tell us about that.
Yes, it is a possibility because it's happening in other countries where if a country gives a certain amount of money to sports development or for participation of an athlete in sports, they get a tax rebate where they don't have to pay the tax to the government. We have tried it before, but I think if we come and deliberate on it during this conference and really come up with concrete recommendation, and we can use experts from other countries who can assist us how they have done it in their countries, and then we can really present this to our cabinet, to our parliament, and see whether that can be included in our sports act, that if a company gives a certain amount of money to sports development, they will be exempted from paying taxes to the government. And this is what we are hoping, because it will be one way of funding sports in our country.
Right, and you also mentioned we actually had two previous conferences in 2004 and 2009 on Sports National Conference, and not really much happened from there. Will this one be any different?
We hope so. We hope so. I think normally we always learn from our mistakes. We had a conference. Those conferences, they really almost became more like talking shops. We talked about the difficulties we have, but we did not really come up with concrete resolution as to how we are going to tackle the difficulties we are having. I hope this time, not only are we going to identify the difficulties and challenges, but we will come up with recommendations, concrete recommendations, how to overcome those difficulties and challenges. And hopefully when we take it to our cabinet, to our parliament, then hopefully our recommendation will be adopted and they can be made laws, and that way it will change from the first conference we have compared to this one, where we come up with concrete and implementable resolutions.